Here's why you should quit the guitar and become a drummer. Oh my God, he told me to quit guitar? Yes. Not saying forever, but hear me out. So one of the things I've noticed a lot with my students is that rhythm is one of the biggest weaknesses. And so many guitarists seem to just struggle to play things with complicated rhythms. And I ask myself, why did I not struggle as much with rhythm as other guitarists? And the only answer that I think I can come up with is because I also was learning how to play drums. So why are we trying to learn both pitch and rhythm on the same instrument? It's like, those are two really difficult things in and of themselves. Some people actually study drums for their entire lives to master it, right? And yet, as guitarists, we spend almost zero time focusing on rhythm. It's kind of like implied that you got to just play it in rhythm, right? So, because I'm a car guy and I like old cars, I'm going to use this analogy. It's like if you found an old car in a barn somewhere and it was in like pretty good shape. The body was in decent shape, no rust. Paint was a little bit bad. And you see it, you're like, all right, cool, I'm going to go check this car out and buy this car. And you get there and you find out there's no engine in the damn car. And you're thinking that you're going to drive this car home, but you can't because it's not going anywhere. So we need to think of this analogy like rhythm is the engine, okay? And if we don't have an engine, our music isn't going to go anywhere. So before we go get that flashy new paint job, we need to get our metaphorical asses into the mechanic and get ourselves an engine, right? So in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you how you can improve your rhythm without even touching the guitar. But before we do that, I want you guys to go check out the link in the description. I have a 10-step blueprint to arranging any song for the fingerstyle guitar. And this blueprint is going to give you some structure and organization. I'm going to give you detailed descriptions of the steps that I use when I'm arranging songs for the guitar. So if this is something you're interested in and you've tried to arrange songs before, but you didn't have the structure to really keep you going, you didn't know what steps to do next, where to go, how to do it, maybe you've never done it before and you're interested in learning, definitely go check that out. It's in the link in the description. It's free. So here are 3 ways that you can improve your rhythm. So the first way to improve your rhythm is to start listening to more music consciously, right? Listening for 2 things. You're listening for the pulse, okay? And you're listening for the feel. Pulse is just a steady beat, right? We're gonna, tap along to the song. We're grooving out. Here's the pulse, right? That's a steady beat. The feel would be, how are we dividing that pulse? Are we dividing it into 2s? Or are we dividing it into 3s? Right? So those are 2 different ways to feel music. So as you're listening to music, you start to be more conscious of where the pulse is, and you want to be able to do this without thinking. So a perfect time to do this is while you're driving, because your focus is on the road, but you can subconsciously be listening to the music and tapping along and seeing if you can keep going with the song, keep playing. So you want to see if you can do this for like the whole song without stopping. Okay, it shouldn't feel like you're focused on it. It should be kind of in the background, like you're doing it without thinking. The second thing you can do is to start vocalizing out loud the rhythms that you're trying to play. Okay, or let's say you're listening to a song. Instead of just listening passively to it, start trying to sing along with it. Think of it as bad karaoke or good karaoke, right? You don't have to be a great singer, but we want to start to hear the rhythms and hear the sounds coming from our own voice. You can also start putting counting to this. Let's say you hear a rhythm. I'm going to use an example of Katy Perry Roar because I was working on it with a student. You're gonna hear me roar. Now let's put some numbers to it. The first thing is we want to find where the pulse is. So you're gonna hear me roar. So we have 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna hear me roar. Cool. So now we find the feel. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You're gonna hear me roar. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, instead of saying 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, we want to clearly keep the beat structure. So we have 4 beats. We can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So now the beat numbers stay consistent. So now we have a rhythm that we can count out. So you're gonna hear me roar becomes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And finally, the third thing that you should do is to practice for at least 30 minutes a day at first, your rhythms by itself, without your guitar, without any other distractions, right? Just focusing on rhythm for 30 minutes a day. Eventually, you can transition to maybe doing an hour a week or an hour twice a week, or however much you can. The more the better, right? But eventually you can start to incorporate rhythm practice into your guitar practice. But at first, like for at least first week, we want to really just hone in the rhythm, okay? Learn these following rhythms as a drummer. So I'm gonna put them up on the screen for you. Heck, I might even put it as a free PDF in the description. We want to be able to divide a whole measure into all of its subdivisions. And then we're gonna work on some compound rhythms. So the whole measure is in 4/4 at least, 4 beats. So we should be able to keep time like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm using both of my hands on my legs together. Okay. Then we can switch that to doing alternating hands, right hand and then left hand. Or if you're left-handed, you could do left hand and then right hand. So leading with your dominant hand. So that would be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You notice how on beat 4, I lift my hand up for the preparation of the next downstroke. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, right? We're lifting. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. All right, so then we have half notes. So we're dividing that whole into 2 parts. So it's just a little faster now. So we have the same pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna lift on beat 2. 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, lift, 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 lift. Then we go to quarter notes. So we have 1. See how my right hand goes down, my left hand goes up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to do eighth notes. So we're dividing the beat twice as fast. So here we're going to use the counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So it's the same idea as quarter notes, where each hand crosses in the middle. As the right goes down, the left's going up. Okay, it's just faster. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The next is triplets. So we're dividing that beat now into 3s. Now this one is a little bit different because it's an odd grouping. Every beat's gonna start on a different hand. Instead of 1 and 2 and right, left, it's gonna be right, left, right, left, right, left. Okay, and notice how I'm putting a little bit of an emphasis on each number, on each beat. Okay, that's gonna help us make it sound correct. If it was all the same, even everything sounded exactly uniform, you would not be able to tell the difference between eighth notes or triplets or 16th notes because there's no feeling of where the pulse is. So we need to feel where that pulse is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Okay, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. And then we're going to divide the beat into 4 notes, 16th notes. So we're going back to right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. All right, so those are our main subdivisions of the beat, right? You should be able to keep these going in an even manner for 1 to 2 minutes without stopping, without thinking about it too much, right? This might take a little bit of practice at first, but eventually you should be able to do this and have a conversation, not really thinking about what rhythms you're doing, just keeping it going, and, you know, be able to do it like that. All right, so once you're comfortable with that, then you can start adding compound rhythms. And compound rhythms are combining different subdivisions together. So you could have 8th notes and 16th notes together. So the first compound rhythm we're going to do is 2 16th notes and 1 8th note. So it's going to be like this, 1 E and. So we want to think 16th notes. In the first 2 notes, we're going to play 16th notes, 1 E. But then on the third one, we're going to hold it. But there's that last note there. It's going to be like a ghost note where we're not going to play that hand again. We're just going to stop it. 1 E and, 2 E and, 3 E and. Right? So we stop it. So each grouping of the B is going to start on the right hand, just like on 16th notes. Right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left, right. Now we're going to switch those notes around and put the 8th note first. So the second note of the 16th notes, 1 E and is going to be a ghost note. 1 E and right, right, left, right, right, left. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we can put the 8th note in the middle, surrounded by 2 16th notes. So we have 1 E right, left, left, right, left, ghost left. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. Then we'll do the first 2 notes of the 16th notes, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and So when we combine 3 16th notes together as a held note, it becomes a dotted 8th note. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Now we'll switch that around. We'll do right, left, right. 1 E and 2. So holding that first note for 3 16th notes, 1 E and right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Right. E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and So obviously there's a lot more rhythms that you could practice, but if you could just get those subdivisions in 4/4 and these rhythms down, you'll be able to then take these rhythms from your hands and put them into your guitar playing. And I'll probably show you how to do that in another video. But yeah, guys, do this for at least 30 minutes a day, applying these 3 techniques, listening more, listening for the beat, listening for the pulse, being able to divide the pulse into 2s or 3s, start vocalizing your rhythms, start learning how to count rhythms out loud so you can hear them, and start being a drummer, start drumming the rhythms and counting them out loud using your hands on your knees or on a table. Or if you have a drum and some drumsticks and you want to do it, sure. You might as well learn how to play the drums while you're at it, right? All right, so happy drumming, guys. Remember, check out the link in the description if you're really grooving to these rhythms and you want to learn how to apply these rhythm techniques into arranging. Then I have a 10-step blueprint to arranging any song on guitar. It's in the link in the description. It's free, so go check that out. And thank you for watching this video. Of course, like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. If you want me to talk about any other topics on rhythm, let me know any of the challenges that you're having incorporating rhythm into your practice. Also, let me know your wins too. If this clicks with you and if you had some light bulb moments go off, share them with me in the comments. I want to know. I hope that these rhythm exercises help you master your rhythm. So with that being said, remember, there are no words to describe the beauty and raw imagination of God's pure genius. You. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.